a call to prayer for the Tatars of Crimea. When they finally returned home after being exiled by the Soviet regime, they found themselves massively outnumbered by ethnic Russian Christians. When they wanted to build a big new mosque here in the city of Simferopol, the local government wouldn't give them permission. This pile of bricks should be the new mosque. But the only Muslim here is a man called Ahmet. He's been living here and watching over the site for almost 3 years now.
I didn't expect it would take so long, but because I was given this mission, I have to fulfill it. It's important for the Muslims of Crimea and for my children. You have to be persistent and protect your own rights.
After being refused permission to return to where their ancestors' homes once stood, some Tatars have resorted to seizing land and constructing small cottages like this. They then gradually build themselves new houses, although the authorities have warned that this is illegal and could provoke confrontation. This man's family was also deported by Stalin's regime. He built this house for his wife and children after they returned to Crimea. He says Tatars have the moral right to take back land which he insists belongs to them, even if others call it a crime.
For me, the phrase land squatting is very irritating. If the government doesn't do anything to help us re-establish ourselves in our motherland, it forces us to react to that.
Settlements like this one are not just symbols of desperation. They're also a sign that Tatars are determined to build communities for themselves here, despite what they see as injustice and discrimination. Mustafa Jamilev is the Tatars' political leader. Deported from Crimea as a child, then jailed as a dissident during the Soviet years, he's seen by many as a hero. But he's also a worried man. He believes that since the new pro-Russian government came to power in Ukraine, anti-Tatar propaganda has intensified.
Bigoted pro-Russian groups have become the allies of the state, while the Crimean Tatars are opponents of both the authorities and these intolerant pro-Russian groups. That's why we are in a very difficult situation.
Despite all they've suffered, the Crimean Tatars have managed to preserve their traditions. The local government has denied discriminating against them and says it's working to solve their problems. But with pro-Russian politicians now controlling Ukraine, the Tatars' long struggle to re-establish themselves in their homeland could become more difficult than ever. Collin, Al Jazeera, Simferopol.